The man who has been considered the frontrunner to replace outgoing House Speaker John Baier is taking harsh criticism tonight from both sides of the aisle over comments about the Benghazi Select Committee and its purpose.
Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee, a select committee. What are her numbers today? Her numbers are dropping.
Well, House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy is here tonight to respond to the criticism. Mr. Leader, thanks for being here. That was Tuesday night with Sean Hannity. You are going to clarify that?
Well, look, this committee was set up for one sole purpose: to find the truth on behalf of the families for four dead Americans. Now, I did not intend to imply in any way that that work is political. Of course it is not. Look at the way they have carried themselves out.
But that's not what you said.
Well, no, the point I was trying to make, and I want to be very clear about this, I wasn't saying that committee was political. That committee is solely to get the truth out. What happened within the truth, you found out about a server. This committee's sole purpose is to find the truth why 4 Americans were killed that night. And that's the work they have done. That's the hearings they've done. They've been applauded by all sides of the aisle. So it's never my intention to say that.
You were asked about accomplishments from a conservative host.
Yeah, but a conservative host can ask me about anything.
Of course, but but your first instinct was to say the Benghazi committee has taken down Hillary Clinton's poll numbers.
That was not my intention to imply that in any shape or form. What I tried to imply is you want the truth whichever way. And this committee is not political in any shape or form. This is about finding the truth for 4 dead Americans. If there was any intention that is not what I was implying. I could have spoken in a better manner, and you know I could have. Well,
you know, obviously Democrats have jumped on this. Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid were out today. Here's what they said about the Benghazi committee and your comment.
The Benghazi committee, the Republicans should disband it. This is not the only select committee. This select committee is $5 million longer in existence, longer than the Watergate committee. Produced nothing.
I don't know if he meant to speak the truth, but McCarthy did. It is a political witch hunt.
By your comments, have you made it harder for Trey Gowdy and his committee, especially as they get ready to interview Hillary Clinton?
I've talked to Trey, and I've talked to the colleagues. I've expressed exactly what I'm telling you right now. Trey has told me no. But it's never my intention. This committee has nothing to do with politics. And think for one moment. Look at the work they've done. Look at the work that Trey has done. No one questions Trey's integrity or this committee. It was never my intention to ever imply that this committee was political, because we all know it is not. And it has one sole purpose. Let's find the truth wherever the truth takes us. And you know what? Sometimes truth comes out in other manners, and let's not let politics hold that back.
So did you apologize to Trey Gowdy?
I talked to Trey, and I told him I regret that this has ever taken place. It is never my intention. And Trey goes, I know it's not your intention because you know it's not political.
You are in the process of trying to get enough votes to be Speaker of the House.
Yes.
You don't have 218 yet, do you?
Oh, we're very close, yes.
Did this hurt you?
Look, my colleagues know me. We've been a part of this. I've talked to all of them. We're going to be able to win this race.
But you know that this fits into a concern that if this happened and 2 days later you're now cleaning it up, or trying to clarify.
Yes.
Some of the lawmakers up there say, is this what we're going to see as Speaker of the House?
Look, this is not what you're going to see as Speaker of the House. This is simply the fact that this committee created for one sole purpose. That's the work the committee has done. Never my intention to imply anything, and I want to be very clear with my colleagues, very clear with this country, of where we're going.
How come it took you 2 days?
Well, I put a statement out yesterday, and I should have come out right afterwards. Never my intention. It wasn't what I, in my mind, was saying out there. I was saying some truth came out from this committee, is where you found the server, where you went forward. You can always improve.
What about the race for leadership?
Yes.
Beyond the Speaker, there are calls for Trey Gowdy to get engaged in this, maybe for House Majority Leader. There are some lawmakers who say he should run for Speaker.
You know, Trey's a great friend. He's one of my best friends. And Trey talked. Some people wanted to recruit him for Majority Leader, and he said that's not what he wants to do. He wants to be chairman the work that he's done on Benghazi. He wants to get to the truth, get the report out, and that's his goal.
So who do you think is leading the way in that majority leader race?
I don't know. I'm not counting votes in that race. I'm counting votes in my race, but I think they're both doing quite well.
And you think you can get to that magic number?
Yes, I do.
I want to play one more soundbite, and this is a Republican who came out today and said he had a real problem with all of this.
You know, that sounds like what Kevin said, sounds like something you might hear in a smoke-filled back room on House of Cards. It's not appropriate here in Congress. And unfortunately, the Democrats are right to criticize him. I would criticize him. I think he owes an apology to the families, and he probably owes an apology to Chairman Trey Gowdy because he's diminished the work that Chairman Gowdy has done.
You talked about Trey Gowdy. Are you apologizing to the families too?
It was never my intention to ever imply that. And if you listen to my words, I was simply saying getting the truth to come out. And I would never want to do anything to harm those families or the lives that gave it for America. I want to get to the truth of it. And I would never do anything to harm that. That's why I'm here today. The truth of why 4 Americans died that night. I'm here today because I don't want anything to hold that back. This committee has worked so hard in an honest approach with both sides, the way they have carried themselves out, but for intention to make something wrong about it or to say it is political, no. And that's why I want to be here to clear it up and make sure none of that happens.
And the truth is, this has been a bit of a setback.
It's been a setback, yes, because I do not want to make that harm Benghazi committee in any way because it's not political.
Mr. Leader, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.